Hey, Colin Hiles here with another video which I've entitled Easy and Effective Subconscious Mind Control. And in this video I'm going to show you a very simple, quick, fast technique to reprogram your subconscious mind so that it's working for you and helping you achieve anything that you want in life. So in this video I'm going to use an analogy to explain the two minds, because when we talk about mind, we're really talking about two minds. That's the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And in this book called Switch by Chip and Dan Heath, they use a fantastic analogy that really helps us understand how these two minds are so different, yet when they're in alignment it can make a big difference. So they use the analogy of the rider on top of the elephant. Still very common if you go to certain parts of the world like India, you'll see elephants being used for manual labor. And the rider represents the logical, rational part of the brain, okay? And the elephant represents the emotional, the believing part of the brain. And when these two are in alignment, it's very easy to achieve the same things, because this is the thinker, this is the doer. This is the bit that takes the action. This is the bit that thinks about the action it would like to take. Total alignment, we're going to move towards our aims, our goals, our wishes, and our desires. Fairly straightforward. But that's not what happens for most of us. For most of us, there's often a misalignment between what the conscious mind, what the rational rider wants, and what the emotional elephant wants. Now, when you look at 150 pounds versus 5 tons, I think it's fairly obvious that if the elephant wants to go this way and the rider wants to go this way, well, the elephant's going to win. Yeah, the rider may be able to use those reins for a short period of time, but it's not going to be long before his arms are going to wear out, and the elephant's going to get its way, and away it goes. And we experience this many times in our life. Any time that you've set a goal maybe to get up and go for a run in the morning and you've hit the snooze button, or you've come into work with the goal of contacting X amount of customers or clients before you have your first coffee break. You're in sales maybe, and you jump on Facebook or YouTube rather than on the phone. Anytime you've tried to stop a habit like smoking or drinking and you've failed. Anytime that you've been single and you've looked at someone and you've really fancied them and you haven't gone over and got into a conversation to them through fear, or you're scared, or any time that you've spent money that you haven't got and put yourself further in debt. Any time that you thought about running your own business and being an entrepreneur, but you go to work and you do the same boring job you hate every single day, right? And this list can go on and on and on and on and on. And it's a good job no one's adding these up. So we're all guilty of this. And this is where there's a misalignment between what the rider wants and what the elephant wants. Remember, the elephant is always going to win. This is where our beliefs sit. And if you look at, and this still goes on today, the way that they condition baby elephants, they'll put the baby elephant just behind the mother elephant. And they'll put this great big chain and a great big stake in the ground. And the baby will keep pulling towards the mother. And every time it pulls, obviously, it gets held back. And it isn't long before the baby quits, gives up, and it no longer pulls, because it has a belief that once that goes on, the shackle goes on, there is no escape. And in that moment, it's been conditioned. And then from that point, as soon as they put the shackles round, the elephant's not going to pull. So it becomes shackled to a limiting belief. And all of us have got limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves that hold us back, that stop us from moving forward, that stop us from being who we really are, from showing up in the world and expressing our full capabilities. And part of this reconditioning is reconditioning some of these limiting beliefs that we're all guilty of. And it's something we'll do for the rest of our life. It's not something you do once and that's it. Because as we go through life, we'll continually have experiences, and we may give meaning to those experiences that are more to do with lack than they are to do with abundance. So how can we do this? Well, I'm going to share with you three steps, if you like, and I've put them as an A, B, C. Very simple, A, B, and C. So firstly, if we want to recondition or reprogram our elephant because it's being a negative Nelly, right? Then first thing we need to do, and this is the bit that's missed most of the time, is get ourselves into a state of alpha. Now there's 4 brain waves that we experience: beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Now I'm not going to go into these in any great detail here. If you're interested to know more, there'll be a link below the video where you can go to my advanced mind power training, where I've got a whole video on this and I explain this in far more detail. But basically, alpha is the brainwave that's been shown to be the best brainwave to be in to reprogram or communicate with the subconscious mind. I call it the alpha gateway because it is the gateway to the deeper aspects of our mind, the subconscious mind. Now, how do you get yourself into a state of alpha? Well, we can do it consciously and deliberately. Like if you think about a hypnotist will spend time getting their client into a relaxed state. They're putting them into a state of alpha because that's where the subconscious is more suggestible. So relaxing ourselves, taking nice deep diaphragmatic breaths, doing that for a period of time will take us from beta down into alpha. Or there's 2 times a day when we're naturally in alpha. And that is when we wake up in the morning and when we go to sleep at night. These two are naturally occurring alpha brainwave states. So this is a great opportunity, a window of opportunity to influence the elephant, if you like, the believing, feeling part of the mind. And how can we do that? Well, that moves us on to the B, which is brainwashing. We need to brainwash ourselves, but brainwash positive rather than, we've been brainwashed negative, i.e. shackled to limiting beliefs. Brainwash positive. So this is about using the rider now, that sort of deliberate, conscious thinking about what we want to achieve, and also using the power of suggestion or affirmations or affirmations, as I like to call them, putting emotion into a statement. So now we're going to use the strength of the rational mind. So here we can come up with affirmations, and there's a whole load of them. Think about the outcome that you want, and you can say, I attract money easily and effortlessly. Money comes to me easily, or I'm attracting the person that I want in my life, my soulmate. And any affirmation like that is powerful, especially in those 2 windows, or if you're putting yourself into a state of alpha. But one of the affirmations I got from Tolly Burkan, someone that I met a few years ago, really changed my life, was let it be easy. And I love that simple, let it be easy. So one of the way that the elephant understands is through images, pictures. So the subconscious mind understands pictures. So by dropping a picture down into the subconscious mind, it gets that. So if you imagine, just as you're waking up and you're in that sort of groggy, not quite in this world, not asleep, but you picture the outcome you want, whether that's to have the perfect body, or you want to get into a great relationship, or you want to improve your relationship, or it's to do with your career, earning money, or something like that. You think about that, you get a picture of that, and then you just say to yourself, you whisper to yourself, and just repeat that a few times. Let it be easy. Let it be easy. And then just as you're going to bed, and you're starting to fall asleep, just think about the outcome that you want. Get an image of it. Let that drop down into the subconscious, metaphorically, the elephant. Let the elephant know that's what I want to achieve. What we could call elephant whispering, right? That's what I want to achieve. And let it be easy. Let it be easy. Let it be easy. Let it be easy, and then just drop off to sleep. Wake up in the morning, do the same. Now the C represents consistency, right? You can't just do this once. You've got to do it consistently. So set yourself a goal to do this over the next 30 days. For the next 30 days, wake up in the morning, go to bed at night, whisper to yourself, let it be easy, whilst thinking about the outcome that you want. And then notice what starts to happen, because now you're going to start to get some alignment from the powerful subconscious, this elephant that's going to be moving in this direction, begin to move into this direction and move this way. This is really the servant. This is really the master of that. But we've got to consciously and deliberately tell it what we want to achieve. We've got to condition it through imagery and through powerful suggestion, whilst in a state of alpha. Alpha is the key. Right? You've got to get yourself into a state of alpha. You've got to be relaxed first before you do the B, and then obviously the C makes the biggest difference because it's consistency. So I hope you're up for this challenge of the next 30 days. Set yourself the goal of doing that around a specific goal. Just pick one goal, not too lofty, not too big, and just apply the brainwashing positive for the next 30 days. So that's it from me. I hope you found this useful. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And I've put some very funky buttons under this video if you're on my blog, where you can tell me immediately what you thought. And secondly, you can help spread the word by linking it to your favorite social media platform. If you have a look at the buttons below, you'll see. And also, if you are interested in more of this type of information, I'll put the link below, advancedmindpowertraining.com. You can get more of this information from. So thank you very much for listening today. I'll see you on the next video.